Good morning, I am George Wenner and I am here at the Glanvilles Polyclinic in Glanville, St. Philip, Antigua, and I'm entering the facilities now, and this is what obtains on the grounds. So we will take a little walk around. Here we see a fire hydrant and look at the paved area. This facility falls under the ministry, the care, oversight of Minister of Health, Malwin Joseph. So look at the paved patio and look at the the castor oil trees that are growing up here. And by the way, the castor oil trees that are growing up between the cracks in the pavement, the patio, those pods, cyanide, yeah, poisonous on the facilities. So we'll walk around and we'll take a quick spin around the grounds on the facilities of the Glanvilles Polyclinic, which was turned over and was only used once during the vaccination process. You remember when the government embarked on that vaccination program, and this facility was used as an area where persons on the eastern side and the southeastern side of the island came to get the COVID-19 vaccines. But look at the conditions of the ground. Since then, the building has been closed shut, okay, and it's taken over by animals. The odor, you can smell the stench. A lot of droppings, goat droppings, a lot of goat mess, animals. This is what obtains. So the facility is closed. Hello. Okay. I really smell a ram goat smell on this one, boy. Yeah. Built and donated by the Chinese, in Chinese, I don't know, English speaking country, but it's Chinese signed. And we'll take a walk around to give you an idea. Even the paint is peeling. Was handed over, only used as I said during the process of the vaccination, and not this wing, the other wing we're going around on the southern side. So just to give you an idea of the facility. What obtains. This is the grounds. So we have a generator unit, it would appear, on this side. Diesel fuel. And it would appear that the grounds here not kept at all. This is what obtains. Now this wing was used for the vaccination process. Now this is the boundary. So we have a situation where this building was used during the vaccination, COVID-19 vaccination, and this is the ambulance bay. And if you look on the ground, that's goat droppings, and the axle in your rank. It's like a stable that has not been cleaned. This is the ambulance bay. So it's taken over by animals, and it is just left here to languish. Oh wow, it smells awful. And this is the clinic on the Malwin Joseph. Now what is instructive, this area is the ambulance bay. This is the wing, the building that was used during for those of you who remember and came, that's the main entrance. The garbage is there to be collected. at the entrance, just left there on the ground, overgrown by vegetation. Okay, so further, we're still here at the clinic in Glanvilles and the power situation. So it seems as if the power for the workers of the CCECC, China Civil Engineering and Construction Company, they get the power from this line, comes down through this conduit to this box, control box, and the cable runs along the ground, not in a conduit. So it runs at the back. This is the cable here. It just runs on the ground, open. So it comes from the back of that setup on the ground. You follow it on the ground there by that green mesh, and it comes this way here. That's the cable. That's the cable. This is the cable on the ground, just running on the ground. The cement, the masonry for the wall, it comes on the ground. Goes on the ground here. You follow it, snaking its way. Snaking its way, not in a conduit. Goes on the ground here, and it was covered by this asphalt, the pavement for the entrance. This is the entrance. This is the security hut for the entrance, and it was just covered over with asphalt. And here is it emerging out of the asphalt in the ground here, making its way here on the ground, snaking its way. That's it there. Following it on the ground, coming all along the wall on the ground, still making its way. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. That's it, all on the ground, exposed, not buried in a conduit, high voltage. Then a makeshift metal scaffolding rod holds it in the air above this entrance, this gate, and this has been so since construction, temporary makeshift situation, where it comes over on that side to the utility pole, down into the ground and into this unkept facility where it powers the facility. And if you look, you can see the lights are still on. Power is in this line. So we'll give you another look on the inside. This is terrible. Now, this is the southern boundary of the perimeter. However, this wall was erected, and on this side, this is leftover materials from the construction process by the Chinese CCECC Construction Company, the China Civil Engineering and Construction Company that built this facility. Now, they are domiciled in that area. And look at the condition. Now, all this looks like a dump, and it's not cleaned up. They're just left here, and the Chinese government, the People's Republic of China, they need to do better, because I just want to show you this site. Not only it looks like a dump, it's unkept, leftover materials, overgrown by cassie bush. And bearing in mind we're in May, the hurricane, the Atlantic storm season starts in 2 weeks. And this area, all these can be missiles in a storm. This was accommodations for the contract workers, the construction workers. They were domiciled in this facility while this polyclinic was constructed. And you can see the condition in which they left it. Nasty, deplorable. Okay? That's the situation there. So this is 2 stories in one. The condition of the grounds itself and the condition in which the Chinese have left this facility. Okay? And it's really atrocious. Now I see a garden hose run from this facility coming over here on the grounds. Let's follow this hose and see where it leads. would appear from time to time that they would get their water by this garden hose over to that facility where they are domiciled from this pipe. Let's see if the pipe is on. Nope, 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 no water. This is the constituency of the Minister of APOA, Robin Yearwood. Look at the condition in which over here is kept. It's a disaster zone. All this debris and construction materials can be used as missiles in a hurricane. Now, okay, so we're here and the place is fenced off. However, I note that this was placed here, interestingly. So, guess what? We're going to use this as a step up. It seems as if it's a temporary makeshift, so we can see what's on this side. Helmet. I want the Minister of Health to see this. This looks like a disaster zone. It was never cleaned. This is what obtains here. Here's where the Chinese workers who constructed the facilities here at Glanvilles shoes are left outside. Here's where they were domiciled. We're gonna take a walk up. And I want the Chinese Embassy of the People's Republic of China to see the condition in which they have left this facility. These are just left out in the open. A disaster area. Coming into the Atlantic storm season, all this debris, these pieces of board are just left. Just adjacent to. There's a whole dog here. And it seems as if this was used as a dumping garbage area. Lots of bottles and cans were dumped down in this hole. This hole is about 15 to 20 feet deep, I would estimate, and it is used as a dumping area. And all the garbage is there. This is the northeastern gate, and a lot of the material is just left here. In the event of a storm, seems as if they're doing some burning in this area over here in this corner. A lot of materials are just left here, unattended. And this is just virtually in the same compound as the clinic. So let's take a quick walk through and you will see the condition. Oh, this door is open. This is the condition under which they lived. I wonder if anybody knows Mandarin. This is the Minister of Health, Minister in charge of National Solid Waste. This is your responsibility, sir. Clean up. Minister of Works, Construction occurred on your tenure. This is what obtained. Bush, the trees, cassie. Awful. This is what obtains. Like nobody had occupied this for quite some time. Ah, it says Chief Engineer of Project Management. I guess this was his quarters. Hello, Mr. Chief. This is what obtains. some running squash or something on the ground. This is what obtains. All the debris just left open. It would appear that this was grout or some sort of cement just left out in the open. And it's condemned. I don't know of this brand. Look at that. Feng Shui. Feng Shui. Feng Shui, that's the brand. That's what it says. I don't know Mandarin, but it says Feng Shui. Feng Shui, yes. This is some Chinese cement or grout. So even the cement or the grout was brought in from China. Nothing was purchased locally for the construction of this facility. And so we have other facilities. This was the conference room. This was, I guess this is the deputy project manager's office or quarters. Oh, this is such a joke. Quality and safety department. Hello? No one's here. Quality and safety department, the light is still on. And look at the grounds. Look at how it was left, the condition in which it was left. Look at the grounds overtaken by bush and wild tamarin and cassie.